This is not an old story. The state of Texas, especially their educational textbook review people, they are slanted. I say this is not an old story because just this past year, Scholastic had done a, call it history book, that they wanted to distribute in the state of Texas, which the Texas Scholastic people approved. When you looked at that particular book, they basically removed every reference to the word slavery and instead called black people who were enslaved, quote unquote, indentured servants. Slaves are not indentured servants, and people rose up and started protesting and screaming blue murder about this, to the point that Scholastic reversed their opinion on how they had used certain phraseology, i.e. the word slavery and also Jim Crow, and indicated that in their next publication they would correct it. If you wanted to review the textbook online, they stated that they would make the correction online, but that they would not be able to revise the textbooks until their next publication, which will be next year. Well, here's another case where Texas turned around and is or was ready to approve a Mexican-American history book, and this story has been going on for a while. The problem with this particular book is, number one, it's got a lot of racial inaccuracies and even racial slurs, if you want to call them that, racial stereotypes about Mexican Americans. And the sad part about it is that the people that wrote this particular book, and they were or are people that are considered viable historians, for some reason in writing a Mexican American history textbook, they did not use a single Mexican American or Mexican. Now, I find that a little hard to believe, but at the same time, when they wrote their overall history book, they didn't use a single African American in writing that book. So it's just another example, in my opinion, of the majority trying to rewrite history to put themselves in a more favorable light. Here's the story from MSNBC.
Austin, Texas, hundreds of people demonstrated yesterday against a school textbook saying it is dripping with racism. The book is called Mexican-American Heritage, but the text includes several racist claims, including that Mexicans were viewed as lazy. Scholars have found dozens of factual errors. A Texas Board of Education gave the book a full hearing yesterday. They'll vote on whether or not to approve that book on November 18th.
See, but they knew this shouldn't even come to that, because they knew that this book had a bunch of bullshit in it, but they were all set to approve it anyway. That was before the Mexican Americans in Texas started railing against this particular textbook as well. So more than likely, the book will probably not be approved, unlike the American history book that they just ran through and approved it. This one probably won't see the light of day. Hopefully not.